Hi, welcome to Psychosynthesis Forum. My name is Lars Gimstedt and I work here as a coach and as a therapist. We offer many different services, both for individuals, couples, groups, and organizations. Look into our website, psychosynthesisforum.com, to get all information on this. In our web shop, there are a large number of products for self-help and personal growth, like ebooks, e-courses, meditations, visualizations, and so on. In this video clip, I will be talking about our communication training program. It's offered as a one-day course for groups, and the course is also available as an e-course that can be used as a comprehensive course material if you want to arrange the course yourself. The concept this course is teaching is called Basic Communication. The goal of the course is to help you to communicate in a clearer way, and in a way that helps you to create dialogue, by going back to the pure basics of communication, thus the name Basic Communication. I will now show you some of the basic concepts in a slideshow. I will start here. The course will lead you through the following steps. The 4 levels of communication: sensory, mental, emotional, and personal. Becoming aware of the different levels by experiential exercises. Learning a new basic structure for communicating. And learning a new basic structure for active listening. Why do you communicate? You have probably not really thought about this, as the question is so basic. A common belief is, I communicate in order to say what I need to say. Wrong. The only meaning of my communication is the response I get. If the response I get from communication is not what I wished for, I have a choice. Either I can blame the other person for not understanding or not wanting to understand, or I can change my way of communicating until I get the response I want. The 4 levels of communication can be illustrated by this slide, showing a psychological model of a living sentient creature. Our different psychological levels resembles the layers of an onion that you can peel off one after one. I therefore call this image the onion model. The largest oval denotes the outer limits of your being and the outer limits of the other person. The only thing you really know about someone is what you can see and hear, how the person looks and acts, including his or her communication. The only thing someone really knows about me is my behavior, which includes everything I do, say, write, don't do, don't say, and so on. And the only thing you actually know about another person is his or her behavior. If we limit our communication to make it only be about the other person's behavior, what he or she does or says, or doesn't do or doesn't say, or what he or she should do or say, and so on, the communication will probably result in what we sometimes can call a debate. You can improve your communication by including the next level, the mental level, which is about what I want. We often live under the implicit assumption that what I do or say always reflects what I want. and that another person's intention should always be obvious from his or her behavior and communication. Very often, this is not so. There can be a loose connection on the line, so to say, partly or completely. I find myself doing what I really don't want to do, or I find myself saying something that doesn't reflect what I want at all. So, if you communicate your thoughts about what you want, and if you ask the other person about his or her thoughts and intentions, interpretation will be easier, and understanding will be easier. The quality of the communication will improve, but it will probably end up in something we can call a discussion, which is better than having a debate, but it can still go on and on without your being able to get the response you really want to achieve. You can greatly improve your communication if you include the next level below the mental level, the emotional level, here denoted I need. But here it's even more so that we live under the implicit assumption that what I think that I want corresponds to what I really need in a certain situation. And we believe that what the other person says that he or she wants also is what he or she really needs. But we can be influenced by thoughts that have no connection to our needs at all. For example, the 3 P's. Position: I've made up my mind of what I want and I will not budge. Principles: I claim certain principles in order to get my will through. One kind of principle that can make any discussion to collapse is the holy principle, as that is not even allowed to discuss. And prestige, which should be self-explanatory. Prestige-mindedness will quickly erode a discussion into a debate or even a conflict. One or more of these 3 P's can create even more of a broken connection. So, if your communication includes what you need and you understand what the other person needs, then the response you can achieve is a dialogue. The innermost level, the personal, is about basic needs. The term basic needs is defined as such needs that are necessary for survival. There are physical basic needs as water, food, and shelter, but there are also psychological basic needs like being accepted, being included, being respected, being seen and acknowledged, love, meaning, being able to contribute, etc. It can be difficult to communicate at this level, as many of the basic needs may not even be in conscious awareness, but your communication can improve vastly if you try to become aware of these basic needs, both your own and the ones of the other person. The clue for this is that needs trigger emotions. It is even so that this is the origin and the function of all emotions. They signal needs. If you think that a basic need of yours is met or is going to be met, that will trigger a positive emotion. And if you think that a basic need of yours is not met or will not be met, that will trigger a negative emotion. And there are no other causes for emotions. So, this was the onion model, which is the theoretical base of the course Basic Communication. This presentation has hopefully given you an understanding of the complexity of communication and why it can fail sometimes. The presentation has, although not given any information about what to do about this. The course aims to give you this, and will also include practical exercises for you to learn a novel and efficient structure for communicating and listening. If you're watching this video on YouTube, go to psychosynthesisforum.com to read more about the course. And if you're watching this video clip inside the course, I wish you good luck with going through the course. And in both cases, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to mail us.